Welcome back to Cookies Milk episode 149, I believe.
140.
I'm your host, William.
I'm yours, Ben.
We're having marshmallow Oreo cookies to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, as it turns out.
Yeah, it's been 50 years, and what have we done?
Oh, boy. Anyway,
It's not even colonized yet.
it's hard to do that.
Not really.
Yes.
Put some fucking houses up there. Shit, how hard is it?
I don't know why they don't just put dirt up there.
Yeah. Fucking Elon Musk has $1 billion or whatever. Fucking Jeff Bezos.
Does not care about that.
He does!
What?
Yeah, he's like, the only way I could reasonably spend my fortune is space travel.
End world hunger. Fix the environment.
Be good to your employees. I'm so rich, all I can think about is going to space. Oh man, I can't believe the economy's in a great place.
We've gotten wildly off topic.
What was the topic?
Fire Emblem 3 Houses have been released.
Woohoo! What do you think?
It is very fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. Just like with the little tweaks they've made, like with weapons being broken instead of
Destroyed?
destroyed. You can like fix them in a blacksmith. Magic not actually being tomes, but instead being like smaller, limited time. It's you don't go in with just a book that burns away and you can never use it again. You have a set amount of spell uses in a combat.
Huh.
So I can use fire this many times, like 9 times. I can use wind like 7 times or something like that.
Huh.
And then they refresh at the end of the combat. So that's good.
Yeah.
I very much like that getting units is much harder in this game because you get a full team with a house. You get 10 units. That's the correct amount of units you need to have a full team. Or no, you get 9. You get 9 people to fill a team. And you can, like, request assistance on a mission. And that gives you them for the month, like a different housemate for the month. But only until you, like, properly, like, interest them in your class and all that do they jump over to you.
Right.
But that's the thing. You and Isabel have beaten Fire Emblem Awakening, right?
No.
You have not? Isabel's beaten Fire Emblem Awakening a lot. But there was a thing I didn't like about that is that so quickly you get so many units.
Yeah.
You can only take in 10, maybe?
Less sometimes.
Less sometimes. So immediately people are getting left behind. Because you favor some over others. Others are just better than others.
They give you 2. It's like pretty ridiculous that the game starts you with Siegfried. Is that his name?
Frederick. Siegfried's from Soul Calibur.
Sure. And then gives you Sully and Stahl.
Yeah, they give you 3 horse knights out of the gate.
Yeah. So literally, when you're playing, you're like, I don't need this many.
And Frederick's the best.
And
so
why would I ever not?
You
use
wouldn't
Frederick?
use Sully or Stahl.
So it's just like some questionable choices, and it didn't feel that interesting. It was really just like, was their introduction exciting or not?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like, it didn't even feel correct. I should probably... A lot of times it didn't feel like correct. It was just like, hey, alright, time to go save my sister from...
Tharja's here.
From death. Was it Tharja? I thought that one was... it was the one beforehand that was like, alright, we're taking out the leagues, we're moving forward, we gotta take them out here. And then it's like, oh, also, Gregor and Noe are here.
Yeah.
And it's like...
They just show up.
What? Okay. And I guess it's earned in the way that you have to go out of your way and do it.
Yeah.
Like a fun side thing to do.
But it's putting yourself out there when you have enough units. Like, okay. I can understand it from a standpoint of playing normal, like, hardcore
So you're like,
Iron Man.
I lost people. I can't.
Hardcore Iron Man mode.
You don't stop.
You don't stop.
No reset.
No reset only until Crom or Robin dies.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
Couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. But I'd probably be able to do the game better if I did it. Because think about this. Only the strong survive.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm running in there with, like, Crom, Robin, Lucina, Frederick, like, the people they're paired with. I just lash them on so they get the extra damage. And then weaker ones to level up.
Mm.
Instead of, like, doubling down on who's already strong.
Yeah. It really... Alright, that's an interesting way to play Fire Emblem, and I'm sure people do that.
It's the proper way to do it, because you're not supposed to reset the game if they die.
Every time somebody dies.
They made Divine Pulse because Nintendo knew it was a thing that they do. It's
Yeah.
like, you're playing classic hardcore mode, and you won't have to reset. But we're giving you exact thing to like get past the reason why there is a hardcore mode.
Yeah.
Which I'm very thankful for.
So what's the, like, when somebody dies, you just get to immediately reset the fight?
No. You can do, you have 3 Divine Pulses, and you can go back to any turn in the fight.
Huh.
With that. So, like, say I moved my bowman this way to get a shot in, but it made him vulnerable.
Yeah.
I would have to wait till my next turn to Divine Pulse to get him back.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So, here's the question.
yeah.
What if your students die?
What if they die?
Are there consequences for that?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Because they have such
I wouldn't fucking know.
a Divine Pulse.
Yeah.
But that sounds so dirty. Oh, I Divine Pulse.
My students are fine.
Because I Divine Pulse.
Because I Divine Pulse.
Professor, you're being arrested. What?
I'm the same age as them, though.
It's question mark on his bio.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Nintendo. Just say young.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the mystery.
What mystery?
Fuck if I know.
Your mystery shouldn't be, is this illegal? You're really part of the mystery, and I was like, what, do we not know where Byleth came from?
You know your dad.
Yeah, so...
No, here's the thing. There's already so much mystery loaded up on that, even before like a time skip happens. Because you walk in, and your dad's like, I raised them outside of the church. Still in the same country that's immensely dominated by the church.
Weird.
And their mother died 20 years ago. Or like, after they were born.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then I visit her grave in the monastery, and people are like, I didn't know Geralt knew anyone in the graveyard. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And Geralt's like, he doesn't look like he's changed at all from the 20 years ago when he fled from the fire or disappeared from the fire. I'm like, what? Is Geralt a time wizard? What's going on? He's a mercenary man, yeah? And he's like, he was the knight of Saros guy. He was like the captain of the knights, like the holy knights. And he's like, I don't want to do that anymore. And it's like, who are you?
I gotta go from the fire.
There was a big fire and he disappeared, and people thought he was dead. And then he comes back with
a lot of Megamind.
Yes, it is. Byleth is Megamind. The blue hair gives it away.
You don't have to have blue hair, though, right?
You do.
What do you mean you do?
Yeah, you do.
It's not right. No.
There's no customization to Byleth.
There's no customization?
Yeah, there's no customization.
What?
Because it's like animated and stuff.
Uh-oh.
There's like animations and stuff.
I guess. You can
change the name. You can change the name.
Whatever.
I named mine Aldarian.
Why?
I just thought it was a cool name.
Darian.
Hey.
Alright, that's weird. That's something I didn't know about Three Houses.
But I do think it would be interesting to see, like, how deaths impact people, because it's like, things happen. Like, there's a character named Felix, who's like one of the noble houses in the blue house. And his dad shows up, like, after one of the chapters, and it's like, what if he showed up and Felix was dead?
Yeah.
Like, how does this story progress then? Like, what changes in the story? How does his dad react to you? Are you allowed to keep a job after a child dies?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Some of the children were like over 20.
Weird. One of the things that happened in Fire Emblem Sacred Stones that I was playing, because occasionally I'll just get to my breaking point in my Fire Emblem try to do perfect runs, and I'll just be like, fuck, I can't do this anymore. That's how Noe died.
Yeah.
The only character I let die, because I was like, I can't do this anymore. In Sacred Stones, there's a level where the two people you recruit are a father and son.
Yeah, right.
And I can't remember which one it was. I think... So I got them both. And then the son died.
Yeah.
In that fight. And I was like, oh my god. I can't redo this. And then the father just killed everybody.
Oh.
Like, he's just on a mad rampage. And the game doesn't, like, talk about it.
Right.
Which is... So I had to do it all. And I was like, there's too much dialogue in the game for me to be projecting like this.
Right, yeah.
But, like, so imagine... I was playing through Awakening, and I heard, like, people like, yeah, when I let Lissa die, and I was like, what do you mean you let Lissa die? Start the game over. Like, imagine getting to the end of it, and Crom's like, we did it. But, like, Lissa is dead.
Yeah. Or
Frederick is
dead.
Like, imagine beating the game, and everyone is dead, but you and Crom.
Yeah, that'd be doable.
You could do that, and it would be easy.
You score all the counter attacks you want and kill them with Thoron.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, at the end of my game where I am currently, I've grinded so many times that my Robin could beat the game. He could solo the entire final stage.
Yeah.
Everybody else is a liability. Staple Crom to him, and they're off to the races.
I've got this. What's the plan, tactician? I am the plan.
I am the plan. I've got
You're wielding a basic thunder book. Yeah, but it has 40 charges.
That's
all I need.
40 enemies. It's a 2-stage plan of attack. 1, 2, and then he just flexes in his robe tears.
But like books fall out of magic.
Give me the Falchion.
You can't. Give me the Falchion.
Whatever, I'll multi-class. Lord, I'll do it. Whatever. He's using Crom like a weapon.
He
like
does like
Usopp
Zoro
yeah.
has Usopp, yeah. But it is sort of weird. You'll run into characters that are, well, I guess all the characters are pretty different. But there was the weirdest introduction of the 3 house heads. I believe it's Edelgard, Claude, and Dimitri. Edelgard red, Claude yellow, Dimitri blue. But Violet's like initial like reading on all of them, like looking at them, reading them over, is like, I feel like Edelgard is kind enough, but she's always like assessing me or whatever. Like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
And Dimitri's like, he's like a nice enough boy, but it seems like he has a dark past. How would you know that?
Violet, what the fuck?
Claude is the only one that like makes sense in a way. It's like Claude has a relaxing smile, but it doesn't reach his eyes. Like
Violet.
That's the only one to be like, okay, I can see that physically, like how you would get that as a physical description.
It literally does not reach his eyes.
Yeah. But the other two, you're like grasping at straws. You're like, Edelgard's always analyzing me. Dimitri has a dark past.
Edelgard's always analyzing me. Maybe it's because you're the one looking her up and down all the time, dude. Jesus.
You've only seen... No, this is like the prologue of the game. Like, you've had one battle with them, and that's it. And you talk to them for a second.
Bitch. Violet.
Smiling, bitch.
Hey, why doesn't your smile reach your eyes there, buddy?
What?
What? What is that?
That's the same thing. That's the same thing as Dimitri, too, right? Demetria kind of
Boy, but he has a dark
past. Haun's the same thing. He's a good enough guy,
smile,
but it doesn't reach his eyes, so it's not genuine.
So he's got something behind them.
Yeah.
So I think there's a fun topic to be talked about. Actually, I got one.
Thank goodness.
Which is stuff that should be talked about in games, and I mean in game, right? So let me give you an example, right? I walk in. I'm playing Bloodstained.
Yeah.
I finally get through the terrible, terrible desert area, and I walk in, and the shopkeep, who's the exorcist from the church, is talking to this alchemist who I keep letting leave for some reason. He's evil. He wants the Liber Logaeth. He's the one who did a bunch of fucked up shit and made me the way I am. Hurt a bunch of children, summoned a bunch of demons. Terrible, terrible stuff.
Of course, of course.
They're talking, and it's like, what? And she's like, listen, I hate him, and I want to make sure he doesn't get the Liber Logaeth, but I need, and they were, like, talking and stuff, and it's like, fine, I understand, I don't think you're doing anything wrong, but then I walk into, like, the next room, and there's a me in a capsule, and that's a boss fight, and I have to fight her, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the main area, to the hub world, to the shop, and to my friend who was an alchemist, who made people like me but helped me. I'm gonna go back there, and they're gonna talk to me about this, right? They're gonna talk to me about why there's a Mirian in the tube that I fought and killed.
Nope.
Nope. And it's like, what do you mean, nope?
Yeah.
This is what? She talks to me about bosses and stuff all the time. What do you mean, nope?
So, that's also a thing in Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's like, people don't like talk about things, but you work for a monastery, right?
Yeah.
Like a holy school, and the church dominates the entire nation, like the whole continent.
Yeah.
The three kingdoms all fall under the banner of the church.
Mm.
Like, that's what, like, that you teach the epicenter. That's
Yeah.
the whole point, like neutral grounds. Oh boy, like there's a lot of shit going on, like, and I really hope they're not always painted in the best light, or they're not always touted as the good guy, but it's like the central church is like, you have gone against our teachings. I hope the children now understand what comes from pointing your blade at the church.
What?
And it's like, we've done, like, there's been executions.
What?
Not, like, on screen, but there have been, like, the aftermaths of stories of, like, missions where, like, there are executions of people who have tried to desecrate an ancient tomb of, like, the goddess, but using a ploy to assassinate the archbishop as, like, the way to do that.
Huh.
They're like, well, please don't execute it. This isn't what we thought would happen.
Yeah.
Because they thought they'd succeed. But
Of course.
then, like, boy, there was a really interesting part where the first time some of the characters killed someone in battle, cut to be like it showed them saying something.
Yeah.
To, like, rationalize it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's
Murder.
and they're kids. Like, one of the kids is like, if I had moved faster, that would have been me. And it's like, oh boy. And what else? But regardless, it was, and it's just like, the Archbishop is like the headmistress, and she's like, I hope you're doing well, Professor. And it's like,
Are you executing people?
are you executing people again? And it's like, and like one of the second things is like, we go and kill one of the students' adopted fathers.
What?
Because he was, like, raising an army because they executed his son for, like, what they thought was like letting a nation like assassinate one of the kings of the three houses, and like the Western Church had like stoked the flames of his hatred and stuff.
Jesus.
And he used village militia to try to.
So you had to kill village militia?
We had to kill village militia.
Jesus.
And like we had to talk afterwards. And Dimitri, the head of the house that I'm teaching, was like, I didn't enjoy killing villagers. And I'm like, understandably so. And I kind of tried to like, it was like, it was a necessary sacrifice, or that is the reality of war. And I'm like, which is better here?
Yeah.
And I said that is the reality of war, and he got pissed off at me. I'm like, that's more than fair.
You should. Good.
Good. And it's just, and like the fucking craziest thing, the adopted son is still in the monastery.
What?
Like, it's so weird that they like did a backflip into keeping his motivation still with the church, because it's like, the Western Church used the Lord's hatred to like get him into their plan. And then, so it's just the Western Church's fault.
Oh.
It's not the Central Church's fault for executing his son for something that wasn't completely guaranteed.
What's the Archbishop's name?
Lady Rhea.
Have you seen the Eric Andre bit where it's like, do you think Margaret Thatcher had girl power?
You think
Lady Rhea
Lady Rhea had girl power?
Absolutely.
Do you think she utilized it well enough?
Executing
when she executed the
citizens?
Western Church? I don't know about that. No, but
we should make that meme.
oh boy, we were just cleaning up. Like, we had gone to the noble's place to clean up after the battle.
Jesus Christ.
So we were killing the people after.
Was the noble even there?
The noble was there, and we had to kill him.
Oh, so not really cleaning up. But...
Yeah. But we went alongside with the woman who executed his son.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah! And I can get her on my team. Like,
get on board!
Like, she's like, I can't believe Lord Lenato, I would see Lord Lenato fall to such a place. And I'm like, you fucking murdered his son, Catherine.
You really can't believe it?
Like,
I wonder why he did this.
Like, she's like, oh, I wield the holy relic, the holy hero's relic, Thunderbrand.
Not this shit out of her.
I mean, fucking I want to.
Get her on your team, take away all her armor.
Cause she like walks into battle with two fucking nothings, like two church soldiers that I have to keep healing so they don't die. Because the start of the mission was like, make sure all your allies don't flee, or you won't get rewarded properly. And I'm like,
wow.
You motherfucker. So I had to chase them with my healer.
Jesus Christ.
While she pushed in, took no damage, and counterattacked to kill them every time. I'm like, I can't let her get to Lord Lenato first, because I have to talk to him with his adopted son. Yeah, Isabel wanted me to do that.
What?
Yeah.
Well, what's their conversation like?
We can still talk about this dad, or we can still talk about this Lord Lenato. He doesn't call him dad. And then Lord Lenato's like, if you can't see why I'm this... He wants his son to leave.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to fight his son.
Of course.
And then, like, his son's like, you can't be bringing people into the fight like this. You can't be using the villagers like this. You're not defending your people like a noble would do. And then Lord Lena's like, if you can't see why I'm this angry, then I have no choice. And it's like, oh boy. And he pointed it out that, like, that Catherine executed his son. And you can see guilt on her face. But then she's like, I can't believe Lord Lenato fell to such a...
Thunderbrand, go!
Thunderbrand, go! And I'm like, the fuck is this? How are you guys always in the right? Why are you... This is such a messed up thing to...
So the game has got to end with you, like, tearing down the church, right? There's no...
I can reach S rank with Lady Rhea. I can reach S rank with Catherine.
No, you fucking can't.
I can propose
She's
marriage.
the final boss. You can't propose to her.
I can propose to the final boss.
Well, hold on. Well, I mean, like, in the same way you can S rank the bad guy from awakening.
Yeah, you can get Lord Grubbin or whatever his name is.
Lord Grubbin.
Lord Grubbin.
Yeah, after
Pokemon.
After the end of the game, and there's post-game content, and then you can get him out of the swamp, I guess, or whatever. And
he was in a whoa. He was in a swamp.
I don't know I don't know how the post-game content works.
Are you thinking of the Fire Emblem Heroes trailer video?
Are they in a swamp?
They were like one of the book 3 of it was like the two.
The swamp is getting too deep.
They were in a swamp and
Lord
they
Grubbin's
were sinking.
gonna drown.
Lord Grubbin, no,
I gotta fuck him.
You don't. You really don't. Can you fuck his wife? Can you fuck them both? Or does she die?
I don't know. She's not his wife.
Oh, I thought she was like his wife. She's just his
She's
advisors?
just a lady.
That's fair. I'm sorry for making that assumption.
Whoa, William, seeing two a man and a woman standing together and assuming you can. They're fucking.
It's a Fire Emblem game.
They support the S rank. That's just how it works.
Yeah. Boy. Also, there was a cutaway where after the assassination attempt or the grave robbing attempt failed. There's some dialogue talking about how they were going to annihilate the Western Church.
Oh,
like they sent troops to go annihilate a church.
oh,
and it's like, holy shit! Whoa, my God! Right?
No way that's the plot of the game. No way the plot of the game is that, like, oh, well, we finally beat the Western Church.
That's just a throwaway thing. They already destroy the Western Church.
What's the plot of the game?
I don't fucking know. There are people, like, talking about things, and it's a fun little commentary. Like, there are these things called crests, and it's like, noble families have crests.
There's the things inside you, right? The Byleth has one.
Yeah, Byleth has
has never
one.
seen before.
Yeah, it's the super secret
it's
crest.
RPG.
Yeah, it's an RPG, and you have the crest of the first big hero of the world, and that's what you can use as sword. Yeah, it's that sort of thing.
Falchion?
No, it's not Falchion. It's the Sword of the Creators.
Huh.
It's like kind of like the Falchion, kind of like the normal Falchion.
Oh, that's why you have blue hair.
I guess, right? Yeah, but you have green eyes.
Oh, is blue and blue? Is that the...
It's blue and blue, yeah.
Still.
I don't think...
Noting, right?
Probably. I think that... I'm sure there'll be something about that later. But... So...
I was in context the whole time.
Ooh, my contacts fell out.
Whoops. Turns around and it's Marth.
Whoop!
Whoa,
I mean, Fuma Byleth just needs her eyes to be smaller, and she's Lucina.
Turns around and it's Lucina, who looks like Marth.
What? Oh! What was I saying?
Oh,
the
crests.
There's and it's like certain characters have their lives ruined by not having a crests. Because there's a woman named Mercedes. She's like 23 years old and she's a student. And she was born to a noble house,
but no crest,
that her father died in, like, really quickly, right after she was born. And her mother remarried into a different noble house, and the second baby born bore a crest. And Mercedes and her mother were ejected from the house because they were just fishing for a crest.
Jesus Christ.
And they ended up being taken in by the monastery, and Mercedes is all, like, religious and stuff. And then there's characters like Slyvain, who's like this orange-haired dude who likes to chase women around.
I've heard.
Yeah. And so much of his, like, character draws back to people calling him out on his bullshit, like, of being a womanizer and stuff like that, and, like, chasing girls and then, like, breaking things off and hurting their feelings and stuff. And then he's like, they only want me for my crest. And I'm eventually going to be married off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to have fun. It's like, dude, fuck that, right? You're about to be the head of the house. Change the rules.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure you have a crest, but it doesn't fucking matter. And he's like, it's so... I'm about to do a mission in the game where I have to go fight his brother.
What?
His older brother who was born crestless, who stole a hero's relic because he was fucking abandoned by his family for being crestless.
What is this?
Sylvain's title is like first legitimate son of his house.
What is this?
And he's like, and Sylvain's like, so I'm sorry about my brother causing all this trouble. I mean, like, I don't really care about him because he's a piece of shit. And I can't wait to see the look on his face when he finds out that I'm dispatched in the group to take him out. And I'm like, dude, chill.
You're no longer dispatched in the group.
You gotta fucking stop for a moment. Cause it's like, sometimes Sylvain's like, really nice dude. And then it's like, really smart, really like funny, happy-go-lucky. But then it's like, you'll talk to Sylvain and be like, fucking, they all just want me for my crest because that's all that women want from me. Like, it's like, there is a scene where like you walk up to Sylvain and you watch him with a woman, and it's like very apparent that he has cheated on her.
Yes.
And he's like, I didn't know we were about to do that. And then his like face falls and it's like, but you just want me for my crest, right? This doesn't really matter, right? And the woman's like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, but I don't want to see a woman cry. And I feel so bad, baby. I'm so sorry. Is there any way I can fix this? Like, he's switching in between, like, different things.
What?
And then she runs away, and I wanted to be like, get out. You're not a good person.
What is this?
Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, I know I'm supposed to be teaching people, like, how to be a better person and how to kill people at the same time, but Sylvain's fucking 20.
He should know.
He should know not to do that.
What? Oh my god. What the fuck? It's like, oh man, he's getting called out on his womanizing. It sounds like he's got, like, there's some more deep-rooted things here.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like, hey, you can't do this to women anymore, that's one thing. But you gotta go at the core of this, which is, hey, you need to not be in charge of anything.
Yeah.
You need to not have a crest.
Well, that's the fucking problem. It's like, crests are so amazing. They're fine. They do fucking special things in a fight sometimes, and maybe you can use a hero's relic or whatever. But, dude, fucking, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's the point. That's like the point of, that's the linchpin in this whole story, is that crests should not be what they are.
This is the stuff you have described to me here and now. I would never have guessed.
This would be a Fire Emblem game?
Fire Emblem games are sort of traditionally always about you and your band of heroes.
Yeah.
Fighting against some corrupt force.
Yeah.
It's easy. I knew it was gonna be weird, but it was like, you take control of one of three houses, and you're a teacher, and you teach your students. But I wouldn't have guessed this fucking weird. And it doesn't seem like the story's like
properly addressing it.
Yeah, like it's just
like,
saying things.
Someone made a comment, and I think it was like a random nameless NPC, but it's like, some people hate the crest bearers for having crests. Crest bearers hate themselves for having crests, and it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Hey, get up there! You're the plot of the game now.
What?
You NPC.
Yeah. Can you be Archbishop, actually?
Yeah, that's two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
There was a comment. Somebody made a comment while I was watching Isabel play, I think, and it was like, you can't assume somebody's going to be good just because they're from a noble house.
Yeah.
And I was like, weird thing to say, right? Given everything else, the 10 other conversations that Byleth just had with people.
There's a girl that I don't really like, named Leonie, and I hear she gets better in her support conversations, but she is obsessed with your father.
What?
Because he trained her once.
Oh.
Which, I don't know how that paces out. I think she's lying about meeting him because he was gone for 20 years.
Yeah,
and
then just pop back in.
And the oldest character in the game that is like a student at the current time is like 23.
So did she like leave the church and meet you?
No, it's not her. She's not 23. Like, she might be fucking 25 or something, but I doubt she is. But she's like, I was trained by Captain Gerald. He made me feel like I was an individual. I'm like, dude, fucking, he doesn't make me feel like I'm an individual. Because it's like, he tells you, like, from what you can gather in the game, he tells you nothing. He doesn't tell you about your mom. He doesn't tell you about the church. He doesn't tell you about anything.
Or your
He
crest?
just makes you be a mercenary. But she gets mad at you for not she talks to you about Gerald, your dad, and you're like, yeah, I guess he's kind of fun. And she's like, you're not taking it seriously enough. You're not respecting your father, and that's pissing me off. She's like, I'm gonna be better than you, no matter what. That's like the slight undertones.
You get her killed in combat immediately.
I mean, I would.
Not part of your house.
Her initial, the support starts off with her, you walking in while she's training, and she's like, are you here to train? I'll train with you. And she stays with you for the full training, and you can comment like, she's like, I guess I outlasted you. And you can just be like, you didn't have to stay the whole time. Violet just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And it's perfect, because everyone else gives a shit, and they're just like, the goddess? What do you mean, the goddess? The fucking leader of the organization, the fucking leader of the religion that conquers this whole nation? What?
That's pretty funny that you would have a main character that's just like, alright, next.
That's
next
what all the main characters are. Like, they have to be fucking asking a bunch of questions, you know?
I want a main character where you can skip the dialogue. Like, whenever there's, like, you know how in RPGs they'll highlight certain sections of text to let you know it's important? And then it'll give you an option where you can go, that, or ... and just ignore it. Just let them keep talking.
Yeah.
I would do it every time.
There is one, where you talk to a very, light-spoken man from a nation that was annihilated, because a small group of them assassinated one of the kings.
God damn it.
Yeah. There it is. And it's the same, assassination attempt that, killed that one dude's son. But anyway, sometimes he'll have text boxes that are just ... and you can only respond with ... and then, at the end of the support, he leaves, and then your character thinks he's not very talkative.
You... They can't talk to me.
Right.
Not my job to carry a conversation.
It's the weirdest thing, because it's you have a voice.
Yeah.
You speak when you level up, or you speak when you gain a skill. It's still much left to learn. But then in conversation, you're just blank-faced, and then you see the text prompt, but what about this? And, your character's voice, lips do not move, and they, articulate their hand a bit.
Yeah.
As if asking the question. It's what is this? You gave them uncustomizable features, and you didn't give them a proper, speaking dialogue all the time?
If it wasn't gonna matter, then why not just have them talk?
You built 3 different campaigns based on 3 different houses. You can't make the main character speak a sentence.
I ran out of money. We ran out of money.
You're Nintendo! So you just sound like hotcakes.
3 Houses is way more popular than I expected, I think, is the moral of the story.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about with it.
It's insane that there's been so much in the first place.
It's barely starting.
Jesus Christ.
There'll be more to talk about later down the line. I think, how did you like the marshmallow Oreos?
They were fine.
Yeah, that's really what I got.
When I was eating the first one, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I had the other 2, and I was like, oh, alright, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
It's definitely a weird milk cookie.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I feel like the icing was not made to be, like...
Dunked.
Yeah. It wasn't made to absorb milk.
It's very thick.
How do you feel about Lucky Charms in general?
I do like them. I like them.
I had them again recently for a while. It made me feel like a kid again. Because I sorted all the... I made it so it was just a bowl of marshmallows at the end there, and it was like, nice.
I would do that with Special K chocolate. I still do that. So I just eat like mounds of chocolate at the end of it.
Yeah, I'm sure both of those are
healthy. We're taking the same intake.
That's what I mean. I'm sure. No, I mean both of them end up with the same feeling. Where you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Because my teeth are coated in chocolate.
Yeah. Special K chocolate's not even like that good.
Hey, it's fine. Because I'm eating the milk with it.
Sounds like you're saving all the raisins out of the Raisin Bran.
No, it's chocolate.
Barely. Alright. That's the end of the episode.
Cereal and milk. That'll be the next episode, maybe.
150 next one.
150 next one. Cat's coming back.
Oh!
That'd be fun.
We do a Pokemon episode where we, on the spot, bring Kat in to name all 150 Pokemon in order.
Oh, she'd love that.
If she can't, every time she can't do it,
shocker.
I was gonna say that. I was like,
what?
Game of Magic goes in front of her until she gets it all right.
Okay, well, you just won't play Magic then.
What can I say?
She gets them all right.
What? Very fast.
I wanted to play Magic.
I'm not even shuffling up. Fine, 2 feet. Get the Johto ones. How?
I want to set up a real hard on William. Well, that's do Hoenn. Well, that's been episode 149. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more fun Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah, I guess.
Breakdowns.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.